안녕하세요. Today we are in the second episode of UinSNU Diversity Tales series, and today where are we? Office of International Affairs. We'll be trying to find out someone who can help us from the International Affairs office and answer our questions. So should we just go there and check out if there's someone to interview?
Yeah.
Excuse me guys, are you from the Office of International Affairs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We work here actually.
We're working for the Diversity Council and we wanted to interview you guys about your thoughts about diversity. Is it fine if we do a brief interview?
Alright.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Thank you. So would you like to tell us about yourself? You don't need to reveal your name, just anything about yourself. Where do you study? What year are you in and stuff?
Hi, I'm from India and currently I'm doing my final year in electrical and computer engineering.
Wow, thank you. Well, what?
Hi, I'm from Germany and I'm in my second year of political science.
Oh, okay. So we have our friends from Germany and India, and we're gonna ask you very basic questions. You just need to tell us answers out of what you think, out of your heart. There's nothing serious about it. There's nothing, fundamental about it. You just
Alright.
need to answer by what you think. So the first question is, what is the first word that comes to your mind when you think of diversity?
For me, diversity, just one word.
Yeah. Maybe two.
Okay, so since I'm in academics and
Yeah.
here maybe international students.
International students, very good. What about you?
I just say acceptance.
Acceptance, that's very emotional. Yes, oh true. So what do you think about, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about diversity on campus at SNU? As, working in the Office of International Affairs, what have you experienced?
Hard
Okay.
to see sometimes.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Oh,
Like a statement is fine.
yeah, okay. As Shiv said, SNU as in, it's very difficult to see a lot of international students here.
Oh, I see.
Even as an exchange students. But I would like to see more of them.
Oh, I see. That's a good statement for the future.
Yeah, not just international students, also religious, sexuality, those sort of diversity is not that easy to find and see first glance. You kind of have to know where to look to find the communities.
Oh, I see. That's a very important answer. Diversity is not limited to just nationality, but various things, right? Right. And my next question is, what is that one thing when you're in a group that makes you feel excluded? Emotional question, isn't it?
For me, language plays an important role. So, even though I know Korean and I speak Korean, but I still don't speak it fluently. So, when I'm in in a group with Koreans speaking only Korean, I feel a bit excluded from them because there are some things that I don't know, culturally or emotionally, or they may take some things from extracts from movies or
Right.
so
You don't get the contact.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that is when I feel excluded.
Oh, that makes sense. When you can't relate.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that happens a lot. No, I think that happens a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd say it's made better if they make an effort, to include you. And sometimes you talk to Korean people and they make an effort to ask you questions and
Yeah.
relate to you, and then you feel obviously there's still kind of this difference between the things that they know and they do because they're being Korean and you aren't. But it's a lot better when they just kind of try to interact with you versus when they just kind of let you be and are kind of awkward in the way they interact with you. So I think
Yeah.
it's more about the effort that the people make
Right, that's
to
Exactly.
include you.
Yeah, I personally feel that too. Even when I'm with my friends from other countries,
Yes.
that mutual exchange of culture plays such an important role in building those bonds that would be unforgettable for years to come.
Right.
I think that's an amazing answer from both of you. Now we start the next question, which is about inclusion. And
Paris.
well, what is going on?
Here.
What
We're
is
doing
going
an
on?
interview and you're in
Yeah.
the interview now.
Oh, would you like to
You're
have an
answering.
interview too?
Of course.
We have a new member, guys. Cool. So, would you like, you don't need to reveal your name, but would you like to tell us where you're from, what are you studying and
Yes. I'm from Iran, and my name is Parisa, and I'm studying fashion design.
Wow, fashion designing, yeah. Cool, so we have a new member here, and we've been talking about diversity now, and we're on the third question, so you can join from there. So the question is, when you're in a group of people, what is that one thing that makes you feel?
Of course, if they ask about my opinion, then the whole group can speak up what is in their mind
Right.
about the whole thing that is going on.
Oh, right.
And honestly, I don't think, for example, if there's a group leader, he shouldn't be or she shouldn't be deciding the whole thing. I think as a group, everyone should say their opinion regardless of their like gender or their race or their age. And of course, that makes me feel like I'm included.
Right, the clarity in the discussion is important, that's right. Definitely. What about you?
Basically the same thing, like related to what I said about feeling not included, feeling excluded. There's just some people make an effort to like maybe when you have things in common, obviously when you speak the same language, have the same experiences. But even if you're from totally different backgrounds, as soon as somebody asks about you, makes an effort to like make you feel included, shows any interest in what you have to say, very similar to what you said. I think that's the message.
Oh, that's amazing. What about you?
For me, so one of the topics that I really like the most is politics.
Oh.
So regardless of and like even a stranger or like a person who just met, like start talking about like politics without arguments. Like there may be difference in like opinions and stuff, but just like debating like in a healthy debate about like what's going on around the world and like what good things they're like doing or like what bad things are happening. So I like to talk about politics, and that's when I think that I'm included.
Oh, that's really fair. Like fruitful discussions without being barriered by your, different opinions. Right?
Exactly.
That's amazing. And that's almost the end of the interview. It was amazing talking to you and to again talking to you. But now we're going to have an interesting session, which is we always ask the previous person to ask a question to the next interviewee. So for your case, the last question was asking if there's something like a difference between when when women have to like talk to men, or is it like guys and girls? Do girls find it more easier to bond with girls than is it with guys? What do you think? That's what the person asked. It's related to gender diversity.
It's super personal, I think. Just
yeah.
very dependent on your personal
Yes.
experiences and backgrounds. Like, I do find it easier to talk to girls
Right.
at first.
Yeah,
Like, it takes some time to get comfortable around guys, I feel like.
definitely. Yeah,
But yeah, very personal.
yeah.
I think it depends on the personality of the person. For example, when I was younger, I was kind of, boyish style. So I like to hang out with boys more than girls.
Right.
And still, I find it easier having a conversation with a boy. Although, I have lots of girlfriends, but
I would
still,
hope so.
yeah, that's the case for me. Plus, from the country that I'm from, Iran, since there are lots of how do you should put the word? Yeah. Yeah, and also how they have divided us.
Right.
Female and male in university, school, and everywhere. It's a bit hard to like communicate with boys even when we grow up
Oh, I see.
older. Yeah, so actually we have to break through that, which is a bit difficult for me in my country. But
Right.
since I've came here, it's much easier for me to
Right.
communicate with.
So culture.
Yes,
plays an
exactly.
important. Right. Yeah. How about you?
For me, there are like two cases. So let's say,
It's a mathematical thing.
let's say like I want to like meet a person,
Right.
Like I want to introduce or like go for a coffee or something.
Right.
For me, it's gender neutral. It doesn't matter if it's like boys or girls. At first, whoever it is, like I feel kind of shy, like talking to them at first.
Right.
But then, like if I get like closer to them, it doesn't matter. Like I'll be very talkative. Maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. But then the second case is when someone or myself is experiencing a problem and I needed to talk to someone to solve that problem. Whoever it is, like I get the courage to talk to them.
Oh.
So it depends on the situation.
Right. That's very true. It depends on the situation. Right. So we're towards the end of the interview now, and it's time that you ask something that you want the next person to answer. So is there something that you have in mind?
I have a question.
Oh, right.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What type of diversity do you think most important to be like seen more, made more visible, introduced more. Like what we talked about before: religion, gender, sexuality, country, nationality, race.
What's the first thing that we should go for?
The first thing, or what do you think needs a lot more work? What would you like to be put more
Like franchise.
focus on?
Right.
Prioritize?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Right. What should we pioneer in? That's a great question.
Okay.
Then, the best thing about this place is that the International Office Affairs is a very important place for international students and other Korean students who would want to gain information about international things. And the best
Best friends.
the best thing about it is that International Center is actually neighbors to Diversity Council right there. Yeah, so they're neighbors. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it was nice meeting our neighbors and they're amazing people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was great to meet
so
you.
much. Thank you so much. Yeah, and it was nice talking to all of you. Thank you and have a great
you.
day.
You guys
Thank
are
you.
doing great.
Bye.